Hello internet, and today's a big day because we get HELLION LUA today. Let me just get my face cam back up. HELLION LUA's here. She looks adorable, and apparently there's a huge group of people that just straight up says Lua is hot trash, and even her animation is hot trash. Now, I'm gonna say I'm the one guy that says that thinks Lua actually isn't as bad as you think. And yeah, animation-wise, I don't know why people hate it so much. I get that it's not like the most flashy one though. But hey, we're not here to like talk about animation. We're here to talk about the meta, the build, and everything. But this will be my build. Try and copy this if you think it works out by watching the video, right? So we got Unseen Observer. We want the Soul because for my HELLION LUA, I'm gonna use her as an aggro anchor, right? Aggro controller. If you use her as a standard unit, I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter because yes, you counter with your whole team, but if your whole team is a standard unit, the S1 doesn't do anything. So no matter how I think about it, this should be the most like optimal build that makes the most sense. We got some bulk, not a lot though. We have really high effectiveness because you have to land her S3. If you don't, she's not a unit at all. I've got some good speed, but not opener speed though, because her base speed is not fast enough to really compete against even like Ran, ML Luna, all that. And even if you do, yes, you can outspeed and it's cool, but they're Selene, right? There's a lot of things that could just destroy her if you take the first turn. There's also Dilibet, all of that. So I went for this, and I'm going to show you how I usually use it. I'm going to just start with RTA. I'm going to show you a game as to how I think she's going to be used. I used her one time. It just worked anyway, right? So here we go. Now, by the way, there won't be too much edits. I am very tired. However, hey, this is just an informative video anyway, right? So here we have a game in Champion. So honestly, very standard, right? I think it's not legend, but honestly in legend the meta is like totally different in my opinion. This is where it's relatable to anyone in my opinion. So yeah, we have this draft. They are going the standard ML politics, and the moment I pick Sid, they go for tank up, right? Now this is where Cleaves, if you don't run Death Break, you're gonna have a really hard time dealing with this. That's why if you don't have Death Break, I went for Control. This is what I always had in mind. 4th pick Rowana, 5th pick Lua. They don't have an answer to it. All of these are really actually good anti-cleavers, even Kayron, because Kayron can build high FRS. That's why I went for like 200 F on Rowana, 200 F on HELLION LUA though. This thing cannot resist, yeah? Even if you could, I got a Sober Lua, and even if you counter me, Lua actually pushes my whole team forward if you counter me. So to just hit the replay, but yep, you can see as well that the final pick they have is Green Selene. That just hard counters Lua. I'm forced to ban it, but hey, it's the last ban. You're usually forced to ban the last unit anyway. So here we have top model Luluka. I have double book, right? I'm locking Luluka because just in case they ban Rowana, I want a book to burn with Lua. I think this will be the most popular way to use her. So we start with Luluka. Go with Soulburn because we have a surplus of souls. And we're gonna just destroy a Tyrant here, yeah? We're not gonna do too much damage, a decent amount though. And then we have Raccoon Rowana right here. Now I know that right here, if I use S3, I'm not gonna be able to strip off Kayron because I only stripped the first buff. And Kayron is protected by the shield right there. So I'm gonna take this counter to the face. But I have a Lua, so we get CR that way. That's literally just good, right? And here with the Lua, we still have our souls. This is how I use it, right? Now that my entire team is pretty much out of juice, I still have one Sid only. It's about time, like, I end my turn. This is when I use my S3 with Lua. Right here, I'm going to control everybody. It's going to decrease that buff duration by 1 turn, so no immunity can survive this. Here with the TikTok dance. Apparently people hate that, but there we go with the provoke. Full team provoked. We get a defense buff. We get challenge buff on everybody. And this is where I'm going to do a lot of damage with like counter attacking, right? But here we have Sid though. We still have one soul that is supposedly generated by either Lua, but in this case I just have another book anyway. So we have enough souls for my Sober S3. Here I'm thinking who to kill though. The problem is if I hit a Tyrant at all the provoke disappears. This is where you want to take a look at your turn order, right? So here I decided to kill you. I'm looking at my turn order here. I think I pretty much don't have to care for a Tywin at all, right? Because Laurel's going to be forced to hit me with an S1. I'm going to kill Laurel with just counters. And then a Tywin can cleanse, but at that point they lost, right? So we're going to go for Sid attacking the Kayron. Here Laurel can't do anything except hitting my Lua. Full team counter. That's 1. Oh, Death Break. That's 2. Sheesh, 10k. That's 3. Gang on them, right? And then Rowana to hit the nail in the coffin. Boom. 3.2k to 16k. This is how I imagine you use Lua. The counter into death rate, right? Via Rowana, via Sid. Now, I'm not sure if the position matters, though. I'm gonna try and test it out if I have a chance. But that is how I imagine you would use Lua. And that's, like, probably the most effective way to use, freaking Rowana. But then if I just show you, like, other games, though. I haven't played it, but... For example, if we're fighting this, there's a Dillabat, boom, instantly you're useless, right, with Lua. So is she just uncounterable? Absolutely not. Is she totally unusable though? Also not, right? So you know what? Without further yapping, let's check her out in Arena for now. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this team, why not? The thing is with her is that the moment the enemy doesn't have a counter to these debuff, like hard counter, it's just a free win in my opinion, if you have like a proper team. So what I'm going to test out as well is I'm going to go in with HELLION LUA and I'm going to screw around with the position because just then I placed Rowana on top, Sid down bottom. If possible, I want Rowana going first to land the death ray because I have more F, and then Sid goes next because he has more damage, right? So we'll try that out and let's see, how do I start with this? I kind of want to go with Briar, but somehow, how is my Briar not built, by the way? Hello? Oh, she does not have a boot. Okay, let me just put that back on. But yeah, this will be a pretty chill video, though. Hopefully, you guys are okay with that. Let me just put it back on. Boom. Not much edits, right? Okay, so, here we go. Where's my team? There we go. We go Briar Witch right there. Okay, this will be my team. What I want to take notice is the position, right? I think position is going to be very important here. And, yeah, let's just go and see what happens, shall we? Boom. We're going to start. What I have in mind here is Briar Witch is going to go. We have a book. Usually, if you want to draft a team like this, you want to draft your third bad luck being a book character, so you're guaranteed to have a book. And here we start with Briar Witch. We have a book. Let's go ahead and use S3. And the moment we finish our juice, we have HELLION LUA to just provoke everything. And there's nothing they can do except for ML Vivian, actually. That could just not care about freaking debuffs right now. But yeah, we'll see, right? We still have our defense buff with Lua. We can still like just stall out of Vivian maybe. We'll see what happens though. Here's a push back. You're gonna hit me with a counter. I just realized I'm fighting a Mortelix. Oh boys, we cannot fight a Mortelix. I mean, doesn't matter if he just dies though, right? So let's just kill the Mortelix, why not? But yeah, speaking of which, her worst enemy, Mortelix, right? So in a cleave setup though, I don't think it matters too much. You just gotta kill him, right? And for a cleave team, it is actually quite possible, in my opinion. But hey, in the end though, if you find Mortelix, no counter. If you don't kill him, you're kind of just screwed. Yes, you can still control them for a turn though. So I'm still gonna do that. Boom, immunity and resistance. 200 F resistance. Guys, she's trash. Guys, she is shit. Don't pull, dude. It's over. Don't fucking pull. Actually, dude, nah, I shouldn't have. I should have kept going, huh? Nah, it would have been over. I could not have killed ML Vivian at all. There was no way. So, you know what, guys? She's hot trash. Don't pull her. In that case, though, she was hot trash for sure, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty tragic. And now that we take a, look at this objectively, there's still Rowana that could do it for, right? There's still Bellion that could just get rid of my souls. But you know what? We're here to showcase her and see what she's good and bad at. I show how she could be good. Let's show how she's terrible, shall we? I still want to see like the turn order though, if possible at all. Let's see here. I don't have a book. I don't think I need to, right? If I'm running a team like this, I don't need a book. Like, I don't just have 200 F for fun. So let's try this. If we get countered by Bellion, my whole team takes a turn. So I wonder how that will go, right? So we're going to start with Briar Witch here. I'm probably not going to strip anything, but my 200 F HELLION LUA should. Right? Come on now, please. Boom. There we go. We landed all of the things we need to. Rowana goes. 200 F on my Rowana. We should push all of them back. And then Lua's going to take a turn, control everybody. Here's the counter, and we're going to get a lot of CR here, right? It's not really a lot, though, to be fair. And here we have Lua's challenge. We're going to get defense buff only for the caster. I actually don't like that. I prefer the defense buff to be on everyone, just as a failsafe. But then again, maybe that's too broken. Let's just go for it, though, right? Go for the S3. My Lua Gaki is going to make sure you get provoked. She has a really provocable phase anyway, too. And we did not land it on Rowana. Hey, yo, she hot trash, brother. She hot trash, no? What the hell is this shit? I mean, I'm joking for sure. That's 15%. But yeah, that goes to show you the importance of having high F, though. Imagine if you're running just 100. You're just gonna not debuff like a random Bellion or some shit. That would be tragic, right? So now we're at Briar Witch. This BBK is about to go, and I don't like that. But what I think is BBK is just gonna die insta, right? I'm gonna just touch BBK once. I mean, I think she just dies now, but for the sake of the showcase, I'm gonna touch Rowana. BBK is gonna be forced to S1 by Lua. Lua has defense buff and a good amount of bulk, so I can survive for sure. Counter goes, and this time Sid went first. So I think the turn order is, it goes from up top to down below. I might be wrong though, then again. And there we go, we kill the BBK that way. That's what I think as well. If you're struggling against a meaky BBK, this is a way to like, once you kill them at 1 HP, you strip them insta, and if they hit you, they just die. That's one of the ways to deal with like annoying counters to cleave. But yeah, outside of that though, she really does have a lot of problems for sure, right? But yeah, let me just finish this guy very quickly. Should be soon now. And the extra prog, this should do it. So, that's Hellion Lua and how I think the best way to use her would be. And I think I should be fairly correct, right? I don't see any other good ways to use her. And yeah, that will be one of the better ways to use her, I think. With the freaking ML Luluka as a draft, with Raccoon Ruana especially, make sure if they don't have any counters to debuffs, they're gonna get full control. You pick them 4th and 5th pick. It's a pretty good, like, idea for that. But then, if it's 4th and 5th pick, it's prone to just getting banned. Because 4th and 5th pick, those are the two that's gonna affect the enemy the most. So that's what they're gonna ban usually. And yeah, thing is though, should you pull an ML5 for just a force ban? I don't know. But the thing is as well that you have to consider is now that we can't really use DDR because, you know, we're going to get schniel soon. DDR is not going to be a good controller anymore. And he's a pretty popular controller for cleavers. I think you want this option if you want to keep cleaving. If you don't want to keep cleaving though, that's totally cool, right? And you know what? Enough fighting stuff that she's good against. I'm going to fight stuff that she's terrible against and see how bad she is, right? We got HELLION LUA against the great Mortalix or me. And then we have a Tywin. The moment we counter him, he cleanses all the provoke. That's going to be terrible, right? We have AOL as well. Anyone that does AoE, I will pretty much die to. So that's also going to be terrible. And yeah, let's see how I'm going to counter this. I can't really figure anything out at the moment. But yeah, let me just think about this. There won't be any edits for this video, but I'll edit the next one though. Let's see, what do I want to go for? I think I'm going to go for top model for this one. We do have enough books. There is a Janua. Not sure how that's going to go. I'm going to be real with you. And yeah, let's just try this out, shall we? This will probably go pretty badly, but this is pretty much the same exact team that I won in RTA. And you can see how easily it is that it could be countered, right? Imagine if he paid these 4 units plus a Dillabat. I gotta ban the Dillabat, so right now I'm stuck against this. Not sure how I'm gonna beat that, but I sure am gonna try my best. My only way out here, I think, okay, to test this, right? I have to go for the frickin'... Why do you have immunity in your Tywin again? I mean, I don't mind. We'll go for board, because if I can't counter, then there's no story. I gotta go kill the board. Let's go for a Sorbet S3. I'm gonna do as much damage as I can. Great damage right there. Here comes Requiem. It's an AoE. They're gonna get skill nullifier, but what I want to test out is, will Hellion Lua strip skill null? I think she should, but we'll have to find out. Here comes the skill null, and oh shit, Sid took the turn first. Oh no, chat, we lost. But wait. Not yet. Because what we'll do here is we'll do S1, right? I did not need that dual attack for the record, but now we go Soren. Okay, this is fine. So I have the challenge buff. I think against Wart, I cannot counter, but I don't lose the challenge buff. So I'm going to keep that until I kill Mortalix, which is soon, right? So what I'm going to do, Soren right here. Can I strip skill now? Hopefully I could. If I can't, that'd be tragic. And let's see. Boom. I cannot strip skill now because it's like a duration decrease, right? Not quite so. Oh, it's getting a bit close. I won't lie, but yeah, I still keep my challenge. So eventually I'm going to be able to use it. That's all right, I guess. I'm still provoking 2 of them though, which is funny. Let's see. What is smarter? I'm gonna go for yo. We'll get rid of the freaking skill null. Why not? And then here I'm gonna get rid of your skill null. There's still that Janua that I'm very, very much worried about though. So what I'll do here is I don't know. It's kind of difficult, you know. I'm gonna go for this. I think when Janua hits me, and after I kill the Mort, I'm gonna be able to. Oh, he strips. How did I forget about that? He does strip, huh? Okay, that's terrible. I mean, is it terrible though? I don't think so. We'll go for this. Boom. Okay. And now we have Hellion Lua. I gotta go for Mortelix here. So, you know what? That duel might have been I won, but here comes the S1 though. Now that we finally killed the freaking Mort. And again, Sid, which is up top, goes first. Interesting. But then the second one to go though was Luluka in this case. That's so weird. I'm still not 100% on who goes first and like how it works, but there's a provoke, which is huge. So now we're stopping him from choosing the target, right? I think that is how like Hellion Lua would have her most like prominent use case to counter immortality 1v4 units, forcing them to hit certain characters, right? That's why you want really high F. And hey, it's 100% for in S1, so unless you get 15% it, they will always be forced to hit her. That's why you want her to be quick as well. Not to mention, I forgot about this, but the speed buff, right? Speed buff on your whole team is no slouch either. So with that, we ended the Janua. And hey, we're fighting freaking A-Time. We're fighting Mort. It still worked out. Is it like easy though? I wouldn't say so, but just because you can't counter doesn't mean like it's just dead. You just gotta kill the Mort. But then again, the same could be like explained in a reverse fashion. If someone picks Mort and protects the Mort really dearly, then you just don't have counter. Your challenge buff is effectively pointless. That makes perfect sense too, right? So yeah, I think that will be a good enough showcase for Hellion Lua so far. My verdict on her though, is she worth pulling? I think for hardcore cleavers, if cleaving is all you're about, cleaving is all I'm about, that's why I'm pulling Lua, because I usually pick DDR as my anchor that controls the enemy if they are tanking up. I can't anymore, so I think I need a Lua as just an option. If I have this option, then no matter what happens, a 4th-5th pick being a Hellion Lua, they lose a turn for sure, is gonna be somewhat annoying to, like, you know, against some scenarios. But now that we don't even have DDR as a good anchor when schniel comes out, I think the more options you have, the likelier it is you get to cleave better, right? For people that are playing standard though, nah, I don't think you pull Lua. She's like, for standard, you can tell, right? Sure, if she survives for a while, the provoke on this one, I can imagine it being quite annoying, but the counter from challenge is gonna do nothing, because what, you're gonna counter with a singular Laurel? That's not gonna do anything. The S1's gonna do nothing. But if you really think about it better though, if you pair her with, say, Mortelix, that would be terrible, because Mortelix cannot count. Only Mortelix can counter, so the rest of your team can't. So no Mortelix, but you can sure pair her with, say, Harsetti. Harsetti counters in the Death Break, and then Flan counters insta into the Death Broken unit, kills it. That could be an idea, but is it that realistic though? I don't think so, because there's a lot of cleansers, right? There's a lot of things that could get rid of the provoke debuff. But then again, if you have her as an option for 5th pick, you pick that. The enemy does not have enough things to deal with the debuffs. They have to ban Lua. Or if they let Lua through, they're controlled. And Lua built fast enough, then you get to like always S1 provoke someone. So I don't think she's absolutely useless as a lot of people say. Because, you know, S3's non-contact, S1's 100% provoke. You get defense buff as well, and challenge doesn't just disappear. If the enemy Mort dies eventually, challenge will trigger again. Of course, you get the CR as well anytime you're attacked on Lua. It's not that bad. Imagine Lua, if anything, anti-cleave Lua. Lua with ML Ilinov. Ilinov, the moment anyone does an AoE, already gets 40 CR. You know what? Lua's gonna make that 50 CR. Oh my god, that would be annoying. And yeah, that is all I have. And come to think of it, Cleave might be the way. Anti-Cleave Lua might be pretty annoying too, right? Imagine anti-Cleave Lua. If the Cleavers doesn't kill Lua, they get provoked. GG's. They're dead. So, yeah, there you go. I think there's a lot of potential with Lua. I wouldn't suggest anyone to go pull for her first. Wait for a little bit. Let her cook. Let the legend players, let the Emperor players cook for a little bit. For now, though, I think she's really not unusable. And if you're a vet cleaver, I think, you know what? If you want more options, go for her. If you don't need it, your cleave is working, don't need her. But yeah, I don't think she's as trash as you think, though. That's my personal opinion. Are there counters to her? Absolutely. But she's not just hot trash, for sure, right? Yeah, that'll be all for my showcase and my review. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know what you think about her. I think she's niche, but usable. That's all I got. And that'll be all. Take care.